Yo, good people! Welcome back with us, Syndicate 4, the KWL Groups. Good day and greetings. This day, we will explain and discuss strategic decision making, particularly in scenario planning material on this occasion. In this section, we will look at PT Pertamina EP, one of Indonesia's largest oil and gas companies. It will be interesting to dissect and debate this one company. So, let's shall we? Who we are. The Syndicate 4 is made up of Isrianto Kurniawan, say hello. Okay, and then Mr. Irfan, say hello. Okay, and then Mr. Aris Vanilla, say hello. Okay, and myself, Priyanto Rivo. This presentation will be divided into 5 major sections. 1 key focal issue, driving forces, scenario creation, application and option, and finally integration or early warning sign. But before we get to the main topic, let's try to figure out what and how the businesses of the PT Pertamina EP is, friends. And we will continue this presentation and discussion to Mr. Irfan. Okay, shall we go? Enjoy!
PT Pertamina EP merupakan anak perusahaan dari PT Pertamina Persero dan kontraktor kontrak kerjasama di bawah SKK Migas. PT Pertamina Persero sebagai BUMN dan National Oil Company memiliki usaha mulai dari hulu hingga hilir. Tersebut, pada tanggal 13 September 2005, PT Pertamina Persero mendirikan anak perusahaan, yaitu PT Pertamina EP. Selanjutnya, pada tanggal 17 September 2005, PT Pertamina EP resmi menandatangani kontrak kerjasama dengan BP Migas yang sekarang menjadi SKK Migas. Wilayah kerja PT Pertamina EP mencakup onshore dan offshore yang tersebar dari aset 1 sampai dengan aset 5. Proses bisnis PT Pertamina EP terbagi menjadi 2 tahap, yaitu tahap eksplorasi dan tahap produksi. Kegiatan eksplorasi bertujuan menemukan cadangan migas, sedangkan kegiatan produksi bertujuan untuk mengangkatnya ke permukaan. Proses eksplorasi berlangsung dari studi geologi, studi geofisika, survei seismik, dan pengeboran eksplorasi. Butuh sekitar 5 hingga 7 tahun untuk sampai ke proses produksi. Selanjutnya, proses produksi yang mencakup pengeboran sumur pengembangan dan pembangunan fasilitas produksi. Dari kegiatan ini, akan dihasilkan minyak dan gas. Aliran minyak disalurkan ke tangki pengumpul dan dikirim ke unit pengolahan. Sedangkan gas dialirkan melalui pipa kepada konsumen. Sebagai wujud komitmen atas kegiatan operasional yang bertanggung jawab, PT Pertamina EP juga mempertimbangkan dampak aktivitas bisnisnya terhadap lingkungan dan masyarakat. PT Pertamina EP, energi inspirasi untuk negeri.
Okay, Pak Anto, thank you very much. The first step is we have to define key focal issue for our discussion. The first is challenge. We know that the upstream oil and gas industry continues to be a major national economic driver. However, due to the pandemic COVID-19 and the rapid growth of an alternative energy, the effort to boost oil and gas production encounter great challenge. And the second, to meet this challenge and needs, the Indonesian government through Special Task Force for Upstream Oil and Gas (SKK Migas) has set a production target of 1 million barrel oil per day by 2030 as an indication of the upstream oil and gas industry resurgence. If the goal is met, Indonesia will reach new high point of oil production. However, achieving this goal will include a shift in perspective and a willingness to step outside of one's comfort zone by putting forth non-routine effort. And then supporting SKK Migas production targets, which was set, was also well received by stakeholders. All stakeholders presented their ambitions and addressed topics that could promote the achievement of this target during 2020 International Convention on Indonesia upstream oil and gas in Jakarta. And Pertamina IP as one of the stakeholders with the largest upstream oil and gas working area has committed to and fully support the planned production target of 1 million barrel oil per day by 2030. The big question is, what is the role of PT Pertamina IP in supporting these achievements of 1 million barrel oil per day in 2030? And this role of PT Pertamina IP will be discussed in the next, and it will be our focal issue in this discussion. We would like to analyze the position of PT Pertamina IP in achieving the target by 2030. And next will present by Pak Aris.
Okay, thank you, Pak Irfan. Then, from the focal issue presented in the first presentation, we determine several driving forces that affect the issue. We divide the driving force into 3 points of view. The first from the organization, the second from the transactional side, and the last one from the contextual side. In terms of organization, the driving force includes leadership effectiveness, management capability of Pertamina, to the business development capability of Pertamina itself. While from the transactional side, the thing in it include oil prices, cost effectiveness to the oil import policy. And the third driving force, namely contextual, which includes how much domestic oil consumption is, government policies on the oil and gas sector, social aspect in the country, and includes the domestic political and economic situation. After we determine in the item driving forces, then we try to make an assessment based on the impact and uncertainty aspect. From our brainstorming, to things from the driving force that have the most significant impact and have the very high uncertainty. We consider these two aspects as critical uncertainty, namely how the availability of natural resources is, and secondly, the technological development of the oil and gas industry. Furthermore, what about the scenario element of the critical uncertainty? We try to divide it into 4 quadrants based on how fast technology develops and how much natural resources are available. We call the first quadrant the hope versus passion quadrant, a condition where technology developments are very rapid in the oil and gas industry, while the availability of natural resources is very low. This condition requires the company to make major improvements to its production facilities. Companies are also required to make massive efforts to reduce bottlenecks in oil and gas production. This condition will certainly cause production costs to increase. Furthermore, the second quadrant, we consider this quadrant to be the quadrant with the best condition, where technological developments are very fast and the availability of natural resources is also very high. We call it the peak of glory. So in this quadrant, the development of oil and gas industry technology will be fast. Domestic economic will grow and also be high. In this condition, dependence of what oil imports will also decrease. However, this situation requires the company to increase investment costs because many efforts will be made to produce oil and gas. And what about quadrant 3? We call it gloomy world. This condition is very sad, where the availability of resources is low, while technology development is also very slow. This condition will reduce domestic economic growth, increase domestic commodity price, and the existence of domestic oil companies will be declined. Then the last one of the quadrant is where technology development is still very slow, while the availability of resources is very high, a condition that we call great opportunity to grow. Here, the growth of the oil and gas business will be slow. The recovery factor in producing oil and gas will tend to be low, and of course, the production decline will be high. Okay, next we'll continue with Pak Iwan. Pak Iwan, please.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Harris. This slide we can explain about narrative scenario. What is the narrative scenario? And we can divide into 4 parts. The first part is hope versus passion. How PT Pertamina IP has added new seismic areas to increase reserve by using high technology in onshore working area, Kalimantan and Java areas, as well as passive seismic for shallow Indonesia. And the Enhanced Oil Recovery or EOR program has also been proposed to increase oil recovery and low reserve in the existing oil field or the mature field. And the next quadrant is the peak of glory. PT Pertamina IP met the government's oil production target. And was able to play a significant role in effort to attain 1 million barrel of oil production. And PT Pertamina IP contribution was significant, and the President of the Republic of Indonesia expresses gratitude. In addition, the business is continuing to enhance its oil income by increasing drilling work plans in all of its working area and adding proven reserve to explore wells in the Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, and Papua operating regions. And the next, to gloomy words, PT Pertamina IP continue improve output by innovating through the Continuous Improvement Program, or CIP, to optimize current production facilities and have an impact on growing production and improving the company's operation efficiency. And the last, the great opportunity to grow. The greatest potential of PT Pertamina IP is that has a high number of well that can still be reactive. The company used the locomotive. What's that? Low cost, massive impact, and innovation. The approach to try to reactivate the suspended wells. The goals of the endeavor is to improve oil recovery and production is mature fields. And the next slide can explain Mr. Irfan. Please, Mr. Irfan.
Okay, Pak Iwan, thank you very much. I will continue about option consideration. Now let's discuss next step about the option consideration. As we already break down the scenarios as discussed earlier, so now we would like to see the implications and the option as the result from the assumed scenarios. Let's see first the scenario, the peak of glory. The condition where the technology development grow rapidly and there are a lot of natural resources available, the implication would be there will be increasing in profit and investment due to a lot of resources to develop, and we have to invest more money in new technology. And also there will increase in oil reserve and will be more job available due to increase in company activity. The options for these conditions are apply enhanced oil recovery program massively due to we have high technology available, and the spending of money should be focused on the things that has direct impact on production and growth. And also we should produce the oil using new technology. Next, scenario hope versus passion. The condition where the technology development grows rapidly and there are a few of natural resources available. There will be decrease in production due to low availability of natural resources, and also will increase investment cost for new technology. And the last is the possibility of conversion to another energy because limited of resources. And the options are we apply new technology to increase production, improve cost effectiveness and efficiency and apply enhanced oil recovery program. Next scenario is great opportunity to grow. The implications for this scenario are: first, able to meet the need of the market and stakeholders, then profit will increase because it can be produced with low cost but low innovation. The options are: we continue to increase the production because resources are plentiful and can be produced using common technology, and we can establish and encourage an innovative culture. And the last scenario is the gloomy world. The implication for this scenario are: the production will be below the target, the reserve cannot be increased because of low technology and low resources available. Then the possibility of consumers will turn to another source of energy, and also profit will decrease. The options are for this scenario: optimizing the existing potential, and we can improve cost effectiveness and efficiency. For next, we'll continue with Pak Anto.
Thank you, Mr. Irfan. And the last slide will be discussed about integration or early warning sign. As previously stated, we use a technology development approach in conjunction with the availability of natural resources. It is divided into 4 quadrants here. And if the profitable position is in the quadrant we call the peak of glory. Therefore, early warning sign or integration, which includes reduce reliance on imports to increase the country's economic enthusiasm. 3, oil and gas companies and their supporting companies can grow and develop fast. And last, Indonesian people consumption of oil and gas can be fulfilled. Okay. Then it moves to the left quadrant or hope versus passion, which includes, among other things, creation of new structure for oil extraction, continuing to innovate and improve in the realm of effective and efficient oil exploration and production. And then new technologies will enhance oil production. The last, the operating cost of the oil and gas industry will be significantly higher. This is little bad, I think. Then the position, or what we call the sad position or the sad quadrant, is gloomy world. It's associated with the less favorable quadrant. The government import forced to increase oil reserve in increasing, national economic growth decline, resulting in a continuous economic crisis, boost national commodity price, and the wave of layoffs at oil and gas companies is certain to increase. So sad. Finally, in the great opportunity to grow quadrant, technology. In this quadrant, technology development is low, but there is a lot of availability of natural resources, which leads to oil and gas development is still behind. Slow industry growth, still dependent on imports to increase oil reserve, country oil reserve. Next, the activities will be supported by government policy. And the last is there will be a significant drop in production. Okay, this is our explanation from Syndicate 4, which discusses scenario planning for the key focal issue. What role does PT Pertamina EP play in supporting the achievement of 1 million barrels of oil per day by 2030? Hopefully, it will enlighten the viewers in our discussion and presentation this time. Please excuse any flaws in the presentation of this presentation. We will end the presentation by thanking you for taking the time to watch the four of us. Thank you. Our last quote from us to you is stay gold and be bold. See ya.